Hi guys, this is Akhlaq Ahmed and welcome back to my channel once again. I hope you're all well, having a good day. So today's tutorial is gonna be a bit similar to the other one. So in this one, I'm just gonna sort of like teach you how to bring image to life. So basically it's similar like the last tutorial if you've watched that. So I'm just gonna kind of like juice this one up a bit. So if you look at this photo here again, as I mentioned, it was going to start to rain, so the image is a bit like cloudy and it's very dull. So we want to bring this image back to life. So we're just going to get stuck straight in. So basically what I'm going to do here is, first things first, I'm just going to bring the highlights down now. As I do that, I just want you to pay close attention to the sky here in the background. So can you see that, guys? It's just brought the clouds back out. Now the only thing about bringing the highlights down is what happens is it just makes the image a bit more kind of dark and dull as it was before. So we're just going to bring this to life. So we're going to start by taking the whites up a bit. So I'm just going to bring that to let's just say 73. And look, if you pay attention to the image here, can you see how it's starting to look more sort of like back to life? If I bring the blacks down now, with the blacks I'm gonna go bring it around 40. So we just want to bring it around there. You can start to see, if you look at the image right now, it's starting to come to life now. We've brought the clouds back up. We've given it a bit of more of that dramatic look. And the next thing we want to do is here, I'm just going to slightly bring the contrast down because we want to sort of like give it a bit more light. So I'd say around 25. Again, the whole idea of this is just to sort of like juice this image up a bit. We don't want to like go too crazy on this. And the shadows, I feel the shadows can be improved on this. So with this one, I'm going to bring this down to 60. Can you see the image is starting to come to life? So I'd say with the shadows, I'd say around about 66. 66 looks absolutely perfect. So you can see the image is starting to come to life now. And the next thing we want to do is just mess around with the curves here. So I'm gonna bring the curves up so it gives it that bit of a fadey kind of effect here. So just slightly up here, and then we want to go down with the shadows here. So can you see, if you look at the image here, can you see how that's starting to give it that kind of aggressive kind of feel? So I'd say around about there. And then with the with this top point here, we want to bring this down just to give it a bit of a shadow as well. I'd say around about there is fine. Then we're gonna start messing with the curves here. I'd say I'm gonna bring this roundabout. I'd say here. There. Now it is starting to look a bit over the top, so I'm just gonna sort of like adjust this bit. So I'd say around about there. Just gonna sort of like adjust this. Remember guys, if you feel an image is too dull or it's not looking right, always mess with the curves, because I can assure you the curves has a very it plays a very important role with the image that you're playing with. So there, I think that's looking just perfect, right? So the temperature, I'm gonna warm the temperature up a bit. So the temperature, I would say about, I'm just gonna bring this down, I'd say about, so actually I'll type it in because I feel it's much easier. So I'd say about 4403 there. I mean, just look at the image now from compared to where we started off before. I'm going to show you the before and after in the end, so just so you can see the difference it's make. So we want to sort of like give it a little bit of bluish, that blue kind of feel here. So the tint, I'm going to take this round about 5, -5 is just perfect. And so the saturation, I feel it can do with a bit of saturation. So I'm just going to go up and down so you can see the image difference. Can you look at the image there? See, look how beautiful it brings it out. So we need to, it's important that the saturation, we give this the right amount. So I would say around about 30 is just fine. So you can see it's starting to get that dramatic kind of feel. The vibrance, look at the difference there. Can you see that? So vibrance, I'm going to go minus, I'd say 15, perfect. I mean, just look at that now, how we start compared to how we started out. It's looking absolutely beautiful now. Now we're just going to go down the list, guys. So I'm just going to, let's see. I'm just going to bring this down a bit here. So the text, I feel we want to give this this image a bit of vignette. So with the vignette, it can make a little slight difference. So if I go like this, obviously we don't want to go too crazy. So I'm just going to give this round about, I'd say about there. Now with this image, one thing I did forget to add on here, if I just go up on here, so if I click on the, I did this in the last tutorial, if you remember, if you saw that, I click on this dropper tool here, then I'm going to select the whites, and then I'm going to actually have, 1 second, I'm just going to, I've chose the wrong one. I was supposed to choose this one, the custom white balance. So I'm just going to click on the hue. Can you see now? Look at that, it's got that kind of dramatic effect here. So now what we're going to do here is the sharpening. If I can find the sharpen there. So we're sharpening, we're going to just bring this to, I'd say around about 90, about 90 is perfect. 90 is, yeah, so 90 is perfect. So we've got the sharpening and it's starting to look really good now. And what I'm going to do here is, if I just go slightly up here, so the texture, I'm just thinking we'll bring the where's the hue? Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give this a bit of add more color in the color mixer. So I'm going to drop this down to like say about 20, about 23 there. And then the last option that I'm going to choose before we have a look at this, I'm going to slightly, yeah, the saturation here. Now you can see it can do with a bit of a saturation. So can you see, look at the model's tracksuit there. If I go like this, can you see? So we're going to give this saturation a bit of, but we also, one thing I forgot to mention, make sure the blue on here is selected before we bring the saturation up. So we're going to go round about 59 there. Now it's starting to look good. I'm just going to see if I can mess with the greens here. So yeah, so with the greens, if you pay attention to the grass here, we want to give the grass a warm feel. We want to bring that out perfect. And the oranges, actually I'll bring the this color here. So I'm going to bring this slightly down here. So that's having a slight effect on the tracksuit here. Just want to mess with the hues a bit. The reds, I'm going to drop the reds. Let me just have a look. Now, because there's no reds, obviously there's no reds in the image, so we don't really need to mess with that. But that's more or less looking very good now. So I'm just going to, if I bring the highlights, I'm looking at the saturation here. I'll bring the saturation slightly down here. The Vignette, I feel the Vignette, I've given it too much, about there. I mean, look at that, guys. You can start to see, I mean, look at the difference here. Now, because I've been through all these settings with you, I'm just going to show you the before and after here. So I'm going to go to show original. I mean, look at that, guys. We went from dull to this. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at the skies as well, how it's brought it back to life. Beautiful. That's what we want. So yeah, guys, there. So this is a quick tutorial. I was just showing you how to bring this dull image back to life, and we've successfully achieved that. So there you go, guys. If you do have any questions, as always, you can post them in the comments link below. I'll attach all my social media, so you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But there you have it, guys, and I really appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel, because I will be doing a lot of stuff. I'll be doing more practical stuff in terms of how I set up my lighting. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate. I always thank you for watching my videos. So enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.